You're back with Bobby and JJ Radio. If you've missed any part of the show, don't worry. We upload the audio to our website every week at bobbyandjjradio.com. We've been talking with Allison's Baby Concierge, a locally owned baby concierge company that can provide you with great education, a doula, nursery design, legal service, and so much more. Allison, you've helped families find nannies. Tell us about that process.
So this is a really great service. A lot of families, you don't realize how hard it is to find that perfect nanny, but it's actually pretty tedious. So what we do is we sit down with you, have a consultation, get to know you and your family, whether it be you and your spouse or you and your spouse and your other children. And we really get a feel to what you're looking for. Do you want full-time, part-time? Do you what type of hours, what type of personality, what kind of credentials? Because every parent and every family is different, and their needs are different. And what one family might think is important, the other family might not think it's very important.
Right.
So, and a lot of times with your first baby, you really don't know what questions to ask or what to look for, credential-wise or background-wise. So we go in there and we consult with you, we see what your needs are, and then we do a search. So the search is it's comprised of launching different ads on social media, different websites, going to different sites like nanny type search engines, and finding those nannies. And what I've done with families in the past is, and what I've learned, with some experience is, the more people I get in front of me face to face, the more likely I'll be able to find that perfect nanny. And so it's pretty time consuming.
Right. And there's a big screening process that you guys go through as well,
because there's a lot of nannies beating kids on Facebook.
Oh, stop it.
So how do we keep that from, how do you screen
They're not any
people?
of Allison's nannies,
I know.
course.
But how do you get around, how do you screen people for this?
So it's just a process. So what I do is I do a phone consultation. From there, I meet with you in person. After that, I look at the background. I see, okay, what type of credentials do they have? CPR, first aid, anything in early education, any kind of past experiences. I check up with their referrals. Depending on, what kind of match they are, I devise pretty much like a flow sheet or a graph of the top picks that I think would be the best. With this one family, I probably interviewed over 25 people. And from that 25, I narrowed it down to 5 or 6 people that they were able to say, well, I want to meet with these top 3. So with the top 3, we got together with the family and had a final interview. And then from there, we go and do all the background checks. We make sure that they're not only cleared in Bexar County, but nationally as well.
So the criminal background checks, right?
Criminal background, yes. Well, and also motor vehicle as well, because you're going to be driving the baby around. So you don't want somebody with a lot of
speeding tickets, no
seatbelts, no seatbelts, yes. And what's great about our service as well is that since I'm a car seat technician, after the hire, I'll work with you and your family with either, with everybody. I help install the car seat and help the nannies as well learn how to install the car seat correctly. And then also give whatever literature that's needed, for the nannies. One nanny, for instance, the little baby was going to be circumcised, so like circumcision care and stuff like that. So I also follow up after the initial hire with the family.
What are some of the common mistakes that people make when they install their car seats?
What I found, and I think families, they do a really great job. We just had our first car seat event, and they do a really great job at doing the bulk of it maybe correctly. I've never seen a baby in the front seat, so I think that's good.
It's a good start.
But the thing that makes all the difference, and if you look at like car crashes and how these car seats are made, what makes all the difference are the little tweaks that can make a huge impact on the baby if you were to get hit. And so, what I see a lot of times are and if you look at a car seat, I don't know if y'all have, but that was one of the most challenging things as a new mom for me. And I would always go and get it professionally installed at the hospital whenever I had my own, before I became a nurse and had all these certifications. And it was one of the most challenging things. So whenever this certification came up at the hospital that I work at to become certified, I jumped on it because that was something that I always wanted to learn. And this is what a lot of parents need and get frustrated with the most, I think. But if you look at a car seat, there's so many different paths for the seatbelt to be in. And there's a lot of car seats that are convertible or combo that could go from the rear facing to forward facing. And depending on which angle you put the car seat, which direction, there's ways for the belt to go and different little compartments and routes for you to do the seat belt, and different options like the latch system with the anchors, or you could use your shoulder seatbelt to go through the car seat. So what I see the most are people just routing the car seat, like the seatbelt's wrong, or doing the latch system wrong, or and it's minor, but at the same time it can make a big difference in the crash. So they're designed to be installed a certain way for the integrity of the car seat straps to sustain crashes, or to protect your baby's head and spinal cord in the event of a crash. And so it's those little minor tweaks that we really pay attention to.
So you're doing an event on September 23rd, and that's by appointment only. So you're going to want to make sure that you visit Allison's social media pages to get more information, or her website so you can schedule an appointment, www.allisonsbaby.com. We'll be right back.